with the Artisan Company. Welcome back to the channel. Oh my goodness, it's a beautiful day outside, but I am feeling like I need to design something today. I have no idea what. So let's just go look at the desk and see what's there. Come on. Well, what was on my desk today? We're going to do a men's piece of jewelry and simple piece of jewelry. You can do this with your eyes closed, people. Let me tell you, easy peasy. Okay, what you will need to do this project is some 2 millimeter cotton cord, or you can use leather. It doesn't matter, but I prefer cotton cord with these for guys because guys tend to be a little bit harder on this kind of jewelry than women are. So trying to give them a little bit of a step up here. So we're going to use some cotton cord, 2 millimeter, and you're going to measure out enough for whatever length of necklace you want. I'm going to make this an 18-inch because most guys are a little bigger than women. So 18-inch plus I'm going to do 2 barrel knots on it on the end, or you can just do an overhanded knot. It does not matter either way. If you do the barrel knot on each end, um, then you're going to need to, if you're just going to do two, maybe 5 to 6 inches more on your measure out of your cotton cord. Okay, if you're going to do a barrel knot, you need the little tool right here to wrap your knot with. You can make one or you can order one. It's called a barrel knot tube, or knot wrapping tool. You can get them online or you can make one. It's just a little tube you can push your stuff down through. Okay, and then I'm using bamboo today. I found these lovely bamboo beads when I was in Florida, and I thought, oh wow, that'd make a funky, chunky men's necklace. And they are about a 17 millimeter by 20 millimeters, so you'll need some of these. You will also need some, I'm doing brass beads with this. These are a 7 millimeter large hole, and the bamboo is large hole, by the way, because you're using the cotton cord. 7 millimeter brass beads. You don't have to use these. If you don't want to, you can use something else. So that's what I'm using today. I'm also using these. These are crow beads, and these crow beads right here are from India. And so they're very irregularly cut. They are glass, large hole, but the India crow beads are very irregularly cut. So you have to kind of sift through those to get the ones that are kind of, you can see looking at this strand right here, it's all over the map. But the color of this is blood red, almost like a dried blood color. And I thought, wow, mixing that with this lovely yellow, kind of a natural yellow color. I thought, oh, it's kind of a cross between a brown and a red. Can't beat that. So that's why I picked these. If you do the Czechoslovakian cut crow beads, they will be exact every time in their size and shape. But these are Indian, from India, and I love the color, so I just kind of picked through them. All right, so you'll need some of those or not. Okay, you will need a couple of leather crimps down here on the end, and these are the ones that I'm always using, that has the little eye on the end of it. You'll need two of those. And I've got this wonderful S clasp right here in gold, a little bit of a decorative clasp, not too over the top. So that's going to be my closure instead of the pull tie, because the pull tie, you have to have it long enough to go over your neck, which leaves a lot hanging in the back. And for a guy, they're not going to like that. A girl, we would, because we can decorate it up and make it look snappy. But a guy's going to say, that's in the way. So at least, let me put it this way, at least the guys that I design for, let me put it that way. Okay, so I'm using a decorative clasp. Whoop, get back up here, little guy. Okay, you will also need some tape, and I'll tell you why you're going to use that in just a moment. Or some fray check, either one, tape or fray check. Okay, I think that's everything. So let me get my thought together and we'll get started. Okay, I've cut my strip of cotton cord that I'm going to use. And what I am going to do here is right now I'm going to take, if I can get it off of here, a couple of pieces of tape. Let me cut this one into here. And let me stick him right there. What I'm going to do is, because cotton cord does fray as you're using it on the end, so what I'm doing is I am making a little piece of tape on here. I'm rolling it really tight because I want it small, and so it'll go through my little tube. You want to make sure it goes through your tube. But this way you can work faster and not worry about it fraying, and you can see what it looks like there. All right, I'm going to do both sides just in case I decide to work from the other side. Okay. Roll him up real quick. I am so enjoying you guys' comments and things. You guys have just really blessed my socks off. You have no idea. No idea. Kate, Lisa, Lorena, Marcia, that's just to name a few. Oh my goodness, you guys have blessed my socks off. Such an oh, you guys are all encouragers, and I just love it. It just helps me to keep going. Okay, so here we go. What I am going to do is, normally I work from the middle out. If I'm doing barrel knots and something, I'll work from the middle out usually, but I'm not doing that except on each end. I'm just going to do the barrel knots on each end, so I'm not worried about that really. But I'm just going to start on the end and string it. Easy peasy. You can do this with your eyes closed, guys. The pattern I chose is, this is my center bead. So I've got 2 brass, a crow bead, a brass, a piece of this. Then I alternated the pattern. The crow bead, brass, crow bead, bamboo, brass, crow bead, brass, the bamboo, crow bead, brass, crow bead, the bamboo. That's the pattern. It's an alternating pattern, and that's how I am going to do it. So let's get going. Yada, 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 ba. Okay, let me get something to hold everything on the other end, like so. And we'll just see how far this little puppy goes. All right, so we're going to start with the bamboo. Then I'm going to put a brass in, and this is just my end, and I may change the end when I get down there, but we'll see. Okay, bamboo, crow, brass. See how easy it is, so you don't have to worry about everything fraying. And let me do this. I'm going to cut just a little edge on that tape. Makes it a little sharper on the end. There we go. All right. And guys, you can do any pattern you want. You can use any beads you want. This is just the pattern I wanted to do. And I'm telling you, easy peasy, funky, chunky for guys for summer. And actually going into fall. You could use these colors going into fall as well. I know lots of peeps that I know go to the beach, and so, you know, got some good looking dude out there with a funky chunky necklace on that you created. Gotta love it. Ooh. I know my husband's fine looking, y'all. Fine looking. We've been married 38 years, and we've been together 40, 38, 39, 44, 43. We dated 5 years before we got married. We met in college, and he is one fine man. on so many levels. Wish you guys could meet him. He does film and video production work. He's a rocker, I'm telling you. Oh, I love these bamboo beads. Look at this. I'm telling y'all, I'm almost got it strung. This is how fast and easy this project is. It's almost as fast and easy as the white howlite stone one that I did a few months ago. About as easy as that one. It's falling off a log. It's not that hard. And especially for beginners, people who are beginning, just learning how to do stuff like this, start with something easy. Easy, easy, easy. All right, we'll do this and see how far we are down on the end. Oh, a mosquito. No, he can't come in here. He'll be biting me while I'm working. Sorry. The joys of living where there is lots of foliage. All right, so I'm pulling these down to make them even. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Okay, let me see how much more I need to go. Oh, almost there. I've got 2 more inches to go, so I'm gonna measure out some more beads. Okay, I've just got one more section here once I measured it out, and then I'll do 2 barrel knots and then we'll finish it out. Okay, so we're gonna go back here and I'm doing the alternate pattern here. Let me get it back in the screen, Shaw. Get it in the screen. All right. So I did have to work on the other side after all. So I'm glad I taped up both ends. All right, so I'm going to put a pause right there on that one because that's where the barrel knot's going to go. And let me finish this side over here. This is such a fun necklace. Oh my gosh. This would be fun for girls to wear too. I'm just saying, I just think it would just be so much fun. I would wear it. That's my little clip. All right. Both ends are even. Both of these are even. Okay. Take my measure, 8 inches. All right. So that would be 16. And so I'm going to do 2 barrel knots here. Okay. To save time, I did one of the barrel knots already. And you can see right here, it's a 3-er. It's a 3 loop on it right there. Okay. So that's what the end looks like on that side so far. I want to shake it to make sure it's not so tight that it buckles. Remember, we always kind of let the beads settle, so I shake them a little bit. All right, so I'm going to do the last barrel knot on this side. I did a tutorial on this, and I've also done it in a couple of other necklaces that are about to be posted. So if you haven't done these, maybe it'll give you a chance to get some practice. Kind of get a piece of string and sit in front of the TV and just practice. That's all it takes. Okay, so I'm going to put my finger here to give me some measurement. I'm going to lay my little tool down right there. Going to wrap it around, and then it's going to cross over to the left, to your left. And I'm wrapping 3 times to my left. The left towards the bead. You're going to wrap towards the bead. Okay. And then stick that little guy back through. There are lots of tutorials on barrel knots out there. And oh man, some people just have them down to a T. Okay. And so now what I'm doing is pulling the knot down towards the bead, just like that. And the beauty of the cotton cord is you can just pull it. Unlike leather, leather is beautiful, but the corded leather, the kind that's round, it will break, and you do lose some of your color as you're working. But the cotton cord does not do that, and you can really play with it. So if you're a beginner doing this, I would suggest using cotton cord you'll be much happier till you learn how to do it and you won't waste your leather. Okay, so here we go. And here's what it looks like so far. Look at this. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's see where we are. I don't need my little tool now, and where we are on the length, so I'll know. All right. Ah, it's about right. I'm just going to put my clasp on. Yes, because I wanted it 18, so it's going to be about right there. So I am going to take my, pick them both up where I'm going to cut them. Cutting the excess off. If you have any, just cut it off. Okay. Now, here's where I'm going to use the fray check where I was telling you earlier. The fray check you can get in any fabric place that where they sell fabrics. They're going to carry fray check. Or you can use a glue, a super glue, or here's a GS Hypo Cement Jeweler's glue, or you can use a gel super glue. Doesn't matter. Any of these will work. You can use Elmer's glue. You just got to let it dry, as well as these too. The fray check dries pretty quickly. This will take a minute, and this will take a minute, and Elmer's will take a minute. But anyway, around, do something to keep your cotton cord from fraying. You have options. You have options. All right. So with the fray check, what I'm doing here is I'm rounding with my finger like this, just trying to make sure that the cord is tight on the end. And then I'm going to just dot it around like that. Okay. And I'm going to do the other side. We're almost through, guys. Let that sit there for a second or two. I'll blow it just a minute. Okay. And I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to roll, just barely shape it like that. I'm wearing an apron, so if you're working in jewelry where you're using a lot of glue or dyes or anything like that, please wear an apron. It will save you a world of damage to the clothes you love. Especially if you paint and jewelry and things like that, which I do. So I just kind of got a plethora of things going on. All right. So we're going to take our leather crimp, and we're going to crimp it on each end. I'm going to put it on like so. Turn it over. And you want to have just enough through there. Let me find my little pointer. Just enough through there, right there, that you can hold it with your fingernail. Right there. Okay. So I've got just enough in there I can hold it with my fingernail. I'm going to press that down just a little bit inside there. And then I'm going to fold these two ends over. And mash them. Voila! There you go. That's what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. Leather crimps are great. You can also use one of the cord, glue-in cord endings as well. Mash it. All right, there we go. Got both of those on. All right, next is the clasp. Okay, at the end, you do need, I forgot to tell you, I'm so sorry, guys. It's so different trying to do something and explain to everybody what you're doing too and make sure you have everything. But you'll need a couple of jump rings. These are 7mm, no big deal. Actually, you probably wouldn't have to have them because this clasp right here has 2 rings. However, these are soldered rings. There's no opening. So that's why I had to add 2 more jump rings. All right, so here we go. I'm going to open up the jump ring. We're going to hook it onto the leather. Then we're going to take the other ring to the other side of the clasp. We're going to close up that jump ring and make sure that it is closed very, very well, because the leather crimp is very, very thin where the eye is on it, and you do not want your leather crimp to scoot out of there. So make sure when you do your jump rings that they are completely closed. All right, last one. Y'all, I'm so excited. This didn't take no time. If I didn't have to explain this while I was going, I'd have been done a long time ago. Instant jewelry, almost, created by you, either for you or for someone that you really want to surprise, which is great. And this is just an example of something. You can do whatever you want to do with whatever beads you want to do. It's your choice. But here we go. We got us a funky, chunky men's necklace made with bamboo. Look at that. Wowee. How much fun is that? So much fun. I'm so excited. I would wear this myself. I just bought a white open collar shirt. Just really funky and cool looking, little tab things on the sleeves. This would look great with that if I were going to wear it. But it's going in the shop at theartisancompany.com, so you can see it there. Okay, guys, enjoyed it today. A lovely day. Go outside and get some sunshine. I'll see you at the next project. Bye.